So a 2K video changed my life. Now, of course, it didn't change my life physically. Like, oh my God, a 2K video helped me in real life, but it changed my 2K life. If you have seen any of my past commentaries, my past videos, you would notice or see that I tend to be very, very critical of the 2K community. And you can clearly come across and see that I have stated some realities of the community, but I've also been wrong about the community as well. I kind of have categorized people in spaces that they necessarily don't belong in. You know, they are a part of the community, but they're not the toxicity of the community, if that makes sense. But today, I got to give credit to where credit is due. My friend sent me a video yesterday of a 2K content creator that I've never really seen before. I don't even really know of. I really don't know of many of them. I just go off of the discourse that, you can see scrolling through a Twitter timeline. And I'm assuming that a lot of the tweets and discourse that I see are made from some type of creator. And some of them don't really, I guess you can say, tickle my fancy, just off of the way they respond to things and how they post things. But nonetheless, though, he sent me a video of a creator who I guess is a ex-2K League player or whatever. And the video that he sent was a very informative video. The video was about, of course, players and how to build them, why to build them, attributes that matter, attributes that don't matter, badges that matter, badges that don't matter, debunking kind of ideas that me, myself personally, and people, I guess like-minded people, believe in, and debunking these theories with just plain proof or plain extended knowledge on the game itself. And when he sent the video, of course, I was kind of like, when he first sent it, I'm kind of like, okay, here we go. Because a lot of times when friends or people send 2K videos, they all kind of are similar. Yes, they all play 2K, but like, for example, just before early access even began, I seen four videos from four different creators titled Top 10 Mistakes to Avoid When Making a Player on Day One. And it's just like, is there not anything else that we can create content about? But this video was different. The video wasn't your typical 2K video of, well, this is my build, this is what I'm aiming for, this is what I'm going with. He didn't quote it, or he didn't speak to it as best build. Now, of course, he placed it in the titles because you have to do what you have to do to get the clicks, to get the engagement, to get the views. But the context of the video, it wasn't about how to actually break the game or like cheese the game or, the toxic things that can come with these type of videos. It was just an informative video like, hey, this is the build that I made originally, and then these were my takeaways of this said build, and then this was the new build that I created off of those takeaways, and explained to you kind of why he took that direction and why even the direction that he took may not be good enough. He broke down and debunked some theories, like I stated before, about badges, attributes, just a very, very informative video. And surprisingly, it helped me get better understanding, but not only get better understanding, but it helped me craft and make a player or build a player based off of what I really want to do with the knowledge that he shared. And after watching that video and then going to the builder, I didn't even have to necessarily go to the builder, but I had to tweet just takeovers. And from watching that video and going in there and tweaking those takeovers and doing those things like that, it has now made my build much more enjoyable. It has now made, I guess in a sense, the confidence to go up against certain things and certain players and certain builds and understand where my advantages lie in the build that I created. Because to be honest, man, from the last video until today's video, I played a lot of games and you have seen a lot of things. And now the meta has started to take shape, to take form. And as you win more, you start to run against people who also win more, which means now you're going to run into more meta-esque. And as of right now, the game is not officially out yet for the rest of the world. So the only people on the game right now are true 2K players. So the video helped me really be able to combat a lot of the meta that's being sent out there right now. I will admit, and I'm not ashamed to admit, that I have been very critical, okay? Especially on, and I guess you can say I've been too harsh too, but especially critical on the community just for following creators' builds blindly. You know, my whole biggest thing is that you don't play like him. You may want to play like him. The play style that he may play like may be very intriguing to your eyes and inspiring in a sense, but you still don't play like that. You don't have the patience, nor the skill, nor anything. Prime example for me is, of course, my fellow creators that I speak highly of a lot, which is Black Cobra and Kevin Cruz. But they make the game look very smooth. I mean, they make the game look like, man. But when I play, I don't make the game look like that because I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience the patience that it takes to play like them. I don't have it. I got to get right to it. You understand? I got to get right to it. I don't like my dude scoring on me and giving that I play point guard. Oh, you gonna deal with somebody scoring on you. But not only is you gonna deal with somebody scoring on you, you gonna deal with everything that they going to throw at you to get that bucket off. Whether it's one screen, whether it's two screens, whether it's Steph Curry behind the back one time, Steph Curry behind the back two times, Steph Curry slide 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You gonna get what they given for them to get that bucket. But the video that I watched has helped me really be able to combat it. Now I just have to master that craft, perfect that craft. But those two creators that I subscribe to and I watch, they make the game look one way that be making me be like, oh, I can do that. And then you try to make their builds to think you about to do that, and you find yourself not doing that. You know, you find yourself not jab stepping, shooting contested shots. You find yourself not shimmying and post step throughs and footwork and pivot work. You find yourself not doing that. You find yourself backing down, doing 3 dribbles and shooting a turnaround jumper over the right shoulder. That's all you find yourself doing. Or you find yourself trying to get a mismatch on somebody smaller so you can drop step them. That's just really what you find out doing. So, I mean, that's just using myself as an example. But what I've recognized is that even though some creators are in that realm, you should say, you know, comp playing or meta playing or meta shifting, whatever the case may be, even though some creators are in that space, not all creators in that space are as toxic as the ones that you see. And quite frankly, I guess a life lesson is kind of learned where typically the loudest people in said room is not really the ones you should be worried about. And to correlate that into the meaning of this message and the meaning of this video is that the videos that go viral, the clips that go viral that you see from these creators in this community, that those ones really aren't the real creators, I should say, or I should say really aren't the real competition. You know, a lot of these viral clips and these viral videos that get circulated on YouTube and on Twitter are made from people who really ain't built for competition gameplay. And you also have to realize that a lot of videos are just highlights. So if I'm playing against a team that ain't that good and I scored and do these amazing things, then it'll look like I'm really like that. But if I showcase gameplay against a team that is really like that, or person or creator who's really like that, then I'll lose all my clout, you know? And so I've come to realize that instead of categorizing everybody else outside of who I see as toxic, it's worth tapping in and filtering out the true toxic ones, because there's still some toxic ones in there, but there's also people that's a part of that toxicity that aren't that toxic. And the creator that I watch just genuinely helped me understand the game better, while also being a part of the comp/meta scene. And I'm appreciative of that, because now it has helped my experience in itself grow. I have been humbled. I'm not too big to admit that I've been humbled. Now, pride has kicked in, and I have not subscribed, okay? I have not subscribed to the video. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't subscribed to his channel at all. But I know his name. And ain't nothing like searching up the name on YouTube when you want to have some questions answered. You search up the name and you see one that you go to videos and you hit latest and you click one of them and you'll find out your information. Yeah, that's me. That's just because I'm petty and I'm prideful and I don't want to subscribe. But at least I'm honest about it. The biggest discourse that I've had, and the message, the underlying message that I try to get out there when I go on these spills and these rants that typically do very well for me, but it brings all types of crowds, is that I'm just aware that some creators in this space have a very big influence on the community as a whole. And when their videos drop and they start and they push a narrative, or they shape a narrative and they shape a meta and they push a meta, there's a lot of ripple effects from that said creator's video, whether it's gameplay styles, build styles, tactics that get used. Like, it starts to shape the way that regular players or high level players, I mean regular high level, like, you know, people like us, as far as you're not a casual, but you're not necessarily a comp player. You're like high level, but you're not trash. Like that realm right in there. It's like their influence impacts the things in there, and it kind of, how should I say? It kind of makes it harder when you have to play with randoms, because the randoms have watched your video and they are including the things that you do into their gameplay and their gameplay style, but they don't have the same elements that that creator has. You get what I'm saying? Like, this creator is playing with 4 other high-level elite players at this game, doing these tactics and these moves and this gameplay style, and it's like you're playing with yourself in the wreck or the proving grounds without a full team. The team that you playing with, the people that you playing with, they don't know what you trying to do. And then because of the toxicity that has been spread online and over the course of the years, a lot of folks don't go to game chat no more. So there's so many different elements that go into these things. It's just that you try to I'm trying to figure out how to say it. You just try to do things that just don't apply to your said situation. And that's the underlying tone that I try to send out. It's just that, man, I just wish that some creators understood the impact that they have and then use it for the good. even if they doing it bad, even if they are doing something that they know shouldn't be done, but it's like the only way they can do it to be able to compete with this percentile of players that they're playing. I just don't think some things should be shared to the community if you have that type of impact. You know what I'm saying? You know how like parents impact children a lot, and if you're a parent that has a bad habit of doing things or handling situations in a certain way, it's probably not ideal for you to handle it in that said way around your kid or children because of the impact it may have on them. That same concept applies to big time creators. That's just what I feel. And so that's like the main point of the narrative that I guess create when it comes to that side of the community. Now, given where I've came from and the mindset that I once had to this video that I watched, I will say it is okay to watch videos to learn of a said game, but there's a level to it, I guess you can say. There's a way to do it, I guess, as far as you want to watch it to get knowledge, but you also need to understand who you are, what you do, how you do it, realize your team, how your team plays, how your teammates are, the play styles of your teammates, and then go to a video for the knowledge of either how to create your player, how to help another player create their player, or another friend create their player, how to help another friend tap into their play style a little bit more to make it more effective. Like, there's so many different elements that needs to be included when you watch these said videos, instead of just watching it and thinking that this video is going to fix everything that's happened without taking the proper context and knowledge of the said video. So I will say it, or I guess you can say I will encourage like people to watch videos to try to get better, but watch them with the mindset of it being a guide or like a blueprint, I guess, but not just written in stone to where you can't tweak or change anything. You know what I'm saying? The main point of the story is sometimes the right information at the right time can change an entire game for you. And for me, that one video that was sent to me has literally changed will probably make this year much better than it would have been if I continued down the path that I created for myself, I guess. Before I leave, I will have one question to ask that I'm curious to see the response to. Has there ever been a video, whether it's 2K related, whether it's gaming related, or whether it's just life related in general, a video that you've seen on YouTube or wherever platform that you spend a lot of your time on, has there ever been a video that has changed your entire mentality on something that you once thought and enlightened you to let you know it ain't what you thought previously? Does that make sense? I don't know. Well, I wonder what this video is going to do, and I'm ready for the engagement. Let's find out.